Hi everyone, Valerie here with this week's 2-Minute Tech Tip. This week we're going to talk about photo sharing, but we're not going to talk about social media like Facebook or Instagram, but rather shared albums in Google Photos. Shared albums are a great way for friends, family, or even strangers to share photos. For example, I've used Google Photos shared albums to exchange photos with people on a group tour. Let's see how this works. First, you'll need to create an album. You can do this by clicking on Album, then Create Album. You then add pictures to it by checking them off. When you've added all the pictures you want, click on Done. Be sure to give your album a name so the people you're sharing with know what you're showing them. After you're done, click on the Share icon. Then you can pick the people you want to invite to join your album. You can pick them from your contacts or type in their email addresses. I'm going to share with Jean Participini. Now, let's see what that looks like from her side. I've now switched over to the account I shared the photos with. In her Gmail, Jean has been notified about the album I shared with her. Clicking on View Album takes me there. This account can also add photos to the album. To do that, I click on the Add Photos button up here and then select the photos I want to add. Notice that the name of the person who added the photo to the album appears on it. This way you always know whose photos is whose. You can also add comments to these photos. Click on the photo and then down here you can share your thoughts on it. Now there is an important limitation here. In order for the person to add photos to the albums, they must have a Google account. If they don't have one, they can sign up for one through the link they get when you invite them to share. That said, there's also a way for people who don't have a Google account to view your album. They just can't add their own photos to the album. Let's take a look at that. Instead of going to the sharing option, we're going to the 3 dots for more options. Here you can make choices about what happens to the album. For example, if you don't want to let others add their own photos or comment on the album, you can turn off those options here. But you can also create a shareable link. You can then copy and paste the link to send to people without Google accounts so they can view your album. They can't add photos or comment on them, but they can see them. That's it for today. Next week we're going to discuss photo creations and taking your photos out of the digital world and into the real one. Until then, take care.